Watch your thoughts, for they will become actions. Watch your actions, for they'll become habits. Watch your habits, for they will forge your character. Watch your character, for it will make your destiny. It used to be about trying to do something. Now it's about trying to be someone. I don't mind how much my ministers talk, so long as they do what I say. If you just set out to be liked, you will be prepared to compromise on anything at any time, and would achieve nothing. A world without nuclear weapons would be less stable and more dangerous for all of us. Plan your work for today and every day, then work your plan. Being democratic is not enough. A majority cannot turn what is wrong into right. In order to be considered truly free, countries must also have a deep love of liberty and an abiding respect for the rule of law. Socialists are happy until they run out of other people's money. I usually make up my mind about a man in 10 seconds, and I very rarely change it. Being powerful is like being a lady. If you have to tell people you are, you aren't. Don't follow the crowd, let the crowd follow you. I am extraordinarily patient, provided I get my own way in the end. I wasn't lucky, I deserved it. In politics, if you want anything said, ask a man. If you want anything done, ask a woman. Freedom will destroy itself if it is not exercised within some sort of moral framework, some body of shared beliefs, some spiritual heritage transmitted through the church, the family, and the school. Disciplining yourself to do what you know is right and important, although difficult, is the high road to pride, self-esteem, and personal satisfaction. If you lead a country like Britain, a strong country, a country which has taken a lead in world affairs in good times and in bad, a country that is always reliable, then you have to have a touch of iron about you. To cure the British disease with socialism was like trying to cure leukemia with leeches. I've got a woman's ability to stick to a job and get on with it when everyone else walks off and leaves it. It may be the cock that crows, but it is the hen that lays the eggs. Every family should have the right to spend their money, after tax, as they wish, and not as the government dictates. Let us extend choice, extend the will to choose and the chance to choose. There are still people in my party who believe in consensus politics. I regard them as quislings, as traitors. I mean it. It's passionately interesting for me that the things that I learned in a small town, in a very modest home, are just the things that I believe have won the election. You and I come by road or rail, but economists travel on infrastructure. Any leader has to have a certain amount of steel in them, so I am not that without being called the Iron Lady. To wear your heart on your sleeve isn't a very good plan. You should wear it inside, where it functions best. The facts of life are conservative. It is not the creation of wealth that is wrong, but the love of money for its own sake. I'm back, and you knew I was coming. On my way here I passed a cinema with a sign, "The Mummy Returns." You don't tell deliberate lies, but sometimes you have to be evasive. Look at a day when you are supremely satisfied at the end. It's not a day when you lounge around doing nothing. It's a day you've had everything to do and you've done it. It pays to know the enemy, not least because at some time you may have the opportunity to turn him into a friend. Do you know that one of the great problems of our age is that we are governed by people who care more about feelings than they do about thoughts and ideas? I always cheer up immensely if an attack is particularly wounding, because I think, well, if they attack one personally, it means they have not a single political argument left. To those waiting with bated breath for that favorite media catchphrase, the U-turn, I have only this to say: you turn if you want. The lady's not for turning. Christmas is a day of meaning and traditions, a special day spent in the warm circle of family and friends. Europe was created by history. America was created by philosophy. What Britain needs is an iron lady. Being Prime Minister is a lonely job. You cannot lead from the crowd. I love argument, I love debate. I don't expect anyone just to sit there and agree with me. That's not their job. No woman in my time will be Prime Minister or Chancellor or Foreign Secretary, not the top jobs. Anyway, I wouldn't want to be Prime Minister. You have to give yourself 100%. There is no such thing as society. There are individual men and women, and there are families. People think that at the top there isn't much room. They tend to think of it as an Everest. My message is that there is tons of room at the top. Constitutions have to be written on hearts, not just paper. Any woman who understands the problems of running a home will be nearer to understanding the problems of running a country. The larger the slice taken by government, the smaller the cake available for everyone. I am in politics because of the conflict between good and evil, and I believe that in the end good will triumph. There can be no liberty unless there is economic liberty. I just owe almost everything to my father, and it's passionately interesting for me that the things that I learned in a small town, in a very modest home, are just the things that I believe have won the election. I never hugged him, I bombed him.